Hey, my name's Evan Vance. I'm the founder of Onyx, which is an AI accounting and bookkeeping platform for small businesses. Today, what I'm going to do is give you a head-to-head between ChatGPT Finance and Onyx, which is a comparison of where they're strong, where they're weak, and ultimately which one's going to be the best for what you're ultimately looking for. So yeah, we're just pretty much going to get into it. There's not really much else to talk about. It's just me comparing these two platforms for accounting and bookkeeping for small businesses. So what exactly is Onyx and why did I build it? So Onyx is my platform, so full transparency on that. And the reason I built it though is because I went through pretty much every accounting option out there and nothing did exactly what I needed. I had a pretty awful relationship with bookkeeping, to be completely honest. Every year I'd either put it off until tax season, and then I'd spend days, hours cramming to get everything together, and then I'd send it to my accountant, and then she'd send it back and ask me questions, and I'd have to call her a bunch of times, and just tons of back and forth, or I'd have someone on my team manage it, but then are they doing it perfectly? And I still need to review it, and then there's still the back and forth, and it just kind of felt like, that every option required either too much of my time, too much of my mental energy, or both. And as a business owner, I just wanted the problem gone. Really, really busy, right? So I built Onyx to solve exactly that problem. So who Onyx is for is small business owners doing anywhere typically from about $100,000 a year to a few million a year and beyond. So if you want your books handled automatically without having to think about it, you are who Onyx was made for. Now, how does it work? That's a different question. So basically what you do is you connect your bank accounts and cards directly to Onyx through Plaid, which is the world's #1 bank integration software. So it's perfectly safe and secure. It takes about 60 seconds to do. Really quick and easy. You can select exactly which accounts and cards you want to link, as well as label them inside Onyx, whether they're personal and business as a mix or purely business. If they're personal and business, it will take the extra step to make sure that your personal transactions are not, non-compliantly being marked as business expenses, right? So what Onyx does is it immediately pulls your transactions. It automatically categorizes about 97% of them using AI. And the 5%, the 3%, whatever it's unsure about, it flags for your review. Usually it's fewer than about 5 transactions a month. For reference, for my business last month, I didn't have to do anything. I got an email that said 0 transactions need your review, you're good to go. I still obviously went in to check to make sure everything was okay, but everything was done well. So you just click confirm on these ones. It suggests a category, and between the personal business thing as well, you just click confirm, or you tell it what it was for if it's confused. There's a little chat box for that, and 30 seconds a month kind of thing, maybe a minute or two. That's it. That's all you have to do and that's the case for most months, right? Again, last month I didn't have to do a single thing. Now, to be clear as well, this has your transactions, automatically categorized as well as reconciled. They're perfectly linked with your bank account. So all of that's being done automatically for you, just like a real bookkeeper would do. Now, what it also does is it surfaces deduction reminders. So if there are any write-offs you might be missing that you have on a personal card, say maybe that's a portion of your phone bill or your internet or your home office, this kind of thing. Based on your transaction patterns as well as based on your industry, it flags those for you so you can bring them to your accountant or add those transactions separately directly to Onyx to categorize them so that you can just have that all done there and then send it off to your CPA at the end of the year. So it learns every time you confirm a transaction, and it gets smarter over time and asks you fewer questions as the months go on. Hence, last month, me not having to do a single thing and it just having everything done perfectly. Now, at any point, what you can do is you can download a CPA-ready annual income statement with one click and hand it directly to your accountant at tax time. So instead of you having to build and compile this giant spreadsheet, download all of your bank statements, do all of this annoying stuff, frankly, you don't have to, there's no manual reconciliation you have to do. You don't have to download bank statements and match this and match that. You don't have to do any spreadsheets. It makes the spreadsheet for you, and you don't have to remember, what that charge from 8 months ago was for, and then go and do digging for 15 minutes, right? All of that is made very, very easy with Onyx. So some of the pros here, again, it's fully automated. You connect once and it runs in the background. About 97% of your categorization is handled automatically. Again, reconciliation is purely automatic as well because it's connected to your bank. It learns your transaction patterns over time, so it gets smarter and you have to do less and less over time. Deduction reminders are built in. There's that one-click annual CPA report, which is required to file your taxes and income statement. And it's designed specifically for business owners who want minimal involvement, right? That was my problem in the first place. I'd tried using Wave. I'd looked at QuickBooks and didn't even purchase QuickBooks because looking at the tutorials, they're all 45-minute tutorials, and I just didn't have the time to do that, and I didn't care and want to do it, to be honest. And I didn't want to hire a bookkeeper because a bookkeeper is $300, $500, $800 a month, $1,000 a month, depending on how many transactions you have. And there just wasn't a nice option for me. But with this, again, it's designed to have that minimal involvement. Like last month was a dream for me, just not having to do anything, just receiving an email and hey, like it's all done, right? Again, 30 seconds, 2 minutes a month, sometimes 0 seconds a month once you've set it up. And it works with pretty much all US banks and credit cards via Plaid. Again, Plaid's the world's #1 bank integration software. So it connects with thousands of US banks. And these banks wouldn't allow you to connect to Plaid if it wasn't safe, right? Now from a cons standpoint, because there are cons of everything, it is a newer product and it's less established than QuickBooks. That's one of the cons. I mean, one of the things there though is that you do get some more personalized support when you do raise a ticket. There's a little support option there on the dashboard. So that is one of the upsides. You do get to be in direct contact with me and my close team. But it's not the right tool if you want deep accounting features or like really strong full control over every little detail in your business. Again, it's really designed to be as hands-off as possible and as close to you just hiring a bookkeeper and saying, here, just figure it out. And the bookkeeper will have some questions for you and you just answer those questions. But by and large, you just kind of hand everything to a bookkeeper and say like, good luck, figure it out. That's the idea here, right? It's best suited for US-based businesses. We can work with Canadian businesses, but Canadian banks require you to reconnect. Some banks require you to reconnect every 2 days, which just makes for less of a positive experience for you. So we focus very primarily on US-based businesses as our customers because the bank connections don't require this constant reconnecting all the time. Now, of course, it does require a bank connection, and that's not ideal if you do prefer manual entry. To be honest, I'm not really sure why you would, other than if you enjoy it and it's kind of like a hobby for you. Again, it has that automatic reconciliation for you. From a pricing standpoint, it's $99 a month flat at the moment. We do plan on increasing the price, but right now it's $99 a month flat, unlimited transactions, unlimited connected accounts. Now, let's talk about ChatGPT Finance. So what ChatGPT Finance is, it's a little chat feature within OpenAI's ChatGPT, and they launched a preview in May 2026. So it connects your bank account via Plaid as well. Again, same technology major banks use, so it can still pull your transactions, it can help you categorize them, generate reports, and answer questions about your numbers in plain English. Now, who ChatGPT Finance is for, it's for tech-savvy users who are comfortable, prompting an AI assistant regularly. You know how to prompt AI, you've used AI for a long time, you're good at it, and you're also disciplined about doing it every single month, right? Again, this is for somebody who wants to be more hands-on with the process. And it's also for people who are comfortable sharing their financial data with OpenAI too, because not everybody's a big fan of that. So what it does is it connects directly to your bank via Plaid. It can answer natural language questions about your finances, such as what was my biggest expense for 2026 or 2025 or 2027, whatever the year is. There's no learning curve if you already use ChatGPT, and you can generate custom reports on demand as well. One downside of those reports is you do have to design and create the reports manually and have them be, you'll have to receive feedback from your accountant and they'll say, hey, no, I want it to be like this. And so if you do enjoy like the super customized, you want to build everything yourself and work on it yourself, definitely a good option. This allows you to customize it to your business. So that's, I think, one of the biggest pros of ChatGPT Finance. Now, where it falls short is it's pro only, so it costs $100 a month at the moment, and it's still in preview as of this recording. Now, it requires you to manually prompt it every month. There's no memory between sessions. It does store chat history, but ChatGPT's chat history tends to forget things very quickly, which is why in Onyx we've built in that learning feature so that it memorizes exactly what transactions go into which categories over time. So again, there isn't that automatic categorization that learns with time with ChatGPT Finance, and there's no default already fully formatted and designed for you year-end income statement report for you to hand to your CPA. You have to design that for yourself. It can still make it and it can do a great job, but you just have to design that report for yourself. Now, there are also privacy considerations, again, since your financial data may be used to train future models unless you manually turn that setting off. But some of the cons are, so it's pro only at $100 a month. It's still in preview. It does require manual prompting and hands-on work consistently every month, or kind of doing it all again all at tax time. And at the end of the day, it's a tool. It's not a system, and it's not like the difference between this and Onyx is that you have to use this tool, whereas with Onyx, it's like there's a bookkeeper using the tool for you, if that makes sense. Again, there is some memory between sessions, but like if you opened up a separate chat, you have to transfer a lot of context over. And if you use it over the course of the year, it's going to slip up and kind of forget some things, at least at this point in time with how ChatGPT works. Again, there's no automatic categorization that learns over time. There's no year-end CPA-ready report. You have to design that yourself. And again, there are privacy concerns around financial data, training future AI models, which not everybody's a fan of. So head-to-head, they're both the same price. The product is completely different though, right? $99 a month gets you a fully automated system with Onyx, which is basically like QuickBooks combined with a bookkeeper for $99 a month. $100 a month with ChatGPT Finance, it gets you pro access to this general purpose AI assistant, which is when you have to operate yourself every month. So if you like using an AI assistant like that, great. If you want something that, kind of just is a bookkeeper, serves this one purpose, is designed for this one specific thing, great. Because ChatGPT Finance is more made for, personal finance. But from a head-to-head summary standpoint, from ease of use, Onyx wins. There's no prompting required unless it asks you a question. Hey, what is this transaction for? You can just type in like lunch with client, and then it'll go and mark that appropriately for you as the meals category. Automation, Onyx wins as well. ChatGPT Finance requires you to show up, do the work. From a tax time experience standpoint, I also believe because of the one-click CPA-ready income statement, Onyx wins this one as well, because with ChatGPT Finance, it gives you a chat window which you have to build. You have to build that report yourself, and then get the feedback from your accountant and so on and so forth, or we've already done all that for you. And then from a privacy standpoint, Onyx's purpose is built for this single use case, whereas ChatGPT Finance is a general assistant with these broader data usage considerations and AI model training and so on and so forth. So final verdict, if you want your bookkeeping handled automatically, so again, think about hiring a bookkeeper but having QuickBooks combined, instead of you paying for QuickBooks plus $300, $500, $800, $1,000 a month plus for a bookkeeper, you're paying $99 a month, and Onyx is 99% of exactly what that outcome is going to be. If you want a free-form AI assistant you have to operate yourself, you want to get nitty-gritty with the numbers, do all these kinds of things, then ChatGPT Finance is definitely worth exploring, especially if you're already a heavy ChatGPT user. And you're maybe you're paying for a mid-tier plan, and this wouldn't be that much more expensive compared to what you're already paying for. So that's that. So if you do want to see a full demo of Onyx, see it in action, and get started, there's a link that you can click in the description for a full-blown demo. Otherwise, that's all for this one. Hope you enjoyed.